Hello and welcome to Meister Arts and Crafts. I'm Libby and today I'll be showing you how to color your images with Distress Oxide splattering. For our card today, I will be using the February 2021 stamp set from Hero Arts that came in the kit. And I have taken out some leaf and flower stamps, and then I've also taken out the coordinating dies. I have 5 just scrap pieces of paper which I will use to stamp on, and I'm just going to lower this here for a second. Alright, so now I'm going to just take a little piece, and I like to line mine up with the 1 mark line, but you can do whatever. And then I'm going to just grab a stamp and place it onto my cardstock. And then I'm going to take my Hero Arts embossing and watermark ink. So I have that and I picked it up. And then I am going to ink that stamp up. And I will press down to make sure that it stamps well. And then I will pick up the stamp really quick, carefully, and then I'm going to line it up again, just next to it. And I would also suggest that you clean off your stamp, because I did get a little bit, but that's exactly where I lined it up, so it's not a big deal. So I've stamped that. And then I am going to wipe that off this time. And then I will stamp it again. And I'm going to stamp this maybe about 5 times. So that I have several. So that I can make a background with these. So I'm going to go a little bit quicker because it only stays sticky for so long. It does stay for quite a while, but just because I'm going to stamp a little bit quicker. Oh, I have not moved that yet. No, I haven't. So I'm just going to wipe that off. And I will line that up on the paper again. You don't have to line it up in any specific way. I'm just doing it sort of randomly. And then I will stamp that. So I will then take out my white embossing powder, but you can use whatever you'd like for this. Black would look really cool, well, and so would silver or a gold, but I decided to do white to create a subtler background, but go ahead and use whatever you'd like. So I'm just going to put some embossing powder over that, and then I will heat set. So now we are going to take our Distress Oxide inks and the things that we stamped earlier. It's hard to see, but I have 2 of the leaves in this little box that I'm going to splatter in. And we are going to get the Distress Oxides wet, and then we will splatter so that it looks like that. I already did one earlier, so I'm going to I have a little bit of water over here, and then I have my spray bottle, and I'm going to be using tumbled glass and twisted citron for the leaves. So I'm gonna lay out twisted citron, and then I will lay out tumbled glass. And then we are going to wet them both. So I'm gonna wet that. And I'm going to pick up as much of this mixture onto my brush as possible. So twist it around, pull as much as you can. And then I'm going to dab it in here. I'm gonna pull it and dab it into this little thing. And then I will take my little squirt bottle and do a few squirts in there. And this just waters it down a tiny bit. All right, then I'm going to clean that brush off and wipe it off on a rag. And then I'm gonna grab some of that and add it to the Twisted Citron. And then I'm gonna do the same. Get as much of the ink as I can. So, then I'm gonna pull, I need some water. I'm gonna drop a little bit in there and mix it around. Now, I don't want this one to be a blue, I want it to more be a green blue. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that Twisted Citron in with the tumbled glass. And then I'm gonna wash my brush off and grab some more tumbled glass to mix in. All right, so I might do a little bit more tumbled glass over to the side here. All right, I think we're good now. So I'm just going to pick up some of that and I am just going to splatter it over these pieces of paper. And I just have this in a little cardboard box that I got some stuff in. I'm gonna add that. I might also bring in a little bit of mustard seed. Anyway, I'm just gonna pick up that color and I'm just gonna splatter it. You could also do this technique with some Distress Oxide sprays or just Distress sprays. You could do this with re-inkers and you could water them down. You could even put them in a spray bottle like this and spray it on there. That would look really cool. There's so many things you can do with this. I am going to just add that color all over, and I think I do want a little bit more color, so I am going to bring in mustard seed down here in the corner. Guess you can't see that, but and then I will water that down and pick as much as I can up on the brush and just put it in the little thing. And then we are going to do spritz in there so we have the color. Now I'm just gonna do a few splatters with the yellow just for a little bit of color. And then I'm actually gonna mix a little bit of that Twisted Citron. So I'm going to pick up as much as I can on the brush again. Okay, and then I will mix it in with that mustard seed so that I can create a even more light green. And you really want to get a bunch of splatters on this so that it fills up the whole shape. All right, so I'm going to pause it here and do the rest of this so that we can save a little bit of time. For these flowers, I'm going to use spun sugar, kitsch flamingo, mustard seed, and spiced marmalade. And I accidentally die cut these already, but it'll be okay. I'll still be able to splatter them. So I'm gonna go in with my kitsch flamingo, and I am going to splatter all over those flowers. And one thing I will do with these after I get them very splattered is I will dry them with my heat embossing tool, and it will also help bring those lines of the flower out more. And then this one, I want a lot of spiced marmalade. The other ones I'm not going to add very much at all, maybe just a tiny bit of spiced marmalade to the other ones. But then to this one, I'm also going to add mustard seed, and I will add a little bit of kitsch flamingo to these as well. Then to the other one, I will add mustard seed. I will try to direct them a little bit more towards the stamen, but I'm just really adding color to the whole image. So I have chose some black cardstock to put these on because I think they help them pop, and they kind of give, it helps bring out the white outlines and stuff in them. So I chose that, and now I've laid them all out. And so now I'm going to take my liquid glue, and I'm just going to start by adding some glue onto the back of these. Just all you have to do is a really light coat, and then yeah, I'm just gonna pop them onto this card base, not this card base, this panel, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4, which is a whole A2 panel, and I will cut that down. My watch is going off. You really don't need much glue for this. Just press that down. Okay. You could also use press and seal and pick up your whole design and then just place it back down. Although I don't have any of that, so I just came in here with So now I'm going to stamp the sentiment Happy Birthday from the Hero Arts kit, from the Make Yourself at Home kit, actually. And I'm going to stamp it onto some white cardstock, so I'm just gonna pick that up. I am going to grab my embossing and watermark ink. Ink that up real good. And then I am going to stamp it onto this piece of white cardstock. That seems good. I'm gonna just press down a little bit more, see if we can transfer any more of that ink. Happy one more time. Just like so. And then I will take this piece of paper off, and I'm going to move this out of the way. I am then going to bring in my sheet of paper and my sparkling gold embossing powder, which I can't remember the name, but it will be linked below along with all of the other supplies I have used in the video. finish this card off, I just fussy cut around the sentiments, and then I added foam tape on the back and attached them to the front of the card. And then on the inside, I stamped "Sending you hugs." Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and come see me next Tuesday. Have a great day. See you soon.